جميعا ثم ينجيه كلا إنها لظى نزاعة للشوى تدعو من أدبر وتولى وجمع فأوعى إن الإنسان خلق هلوعا إذا مسه الشر جزوعا وإذا مسه الخير منوعا إلا المصلين الذين هم على صلاتهم دائمون والذين في أموالهم حق معلوم للسائل والمحروم والذين يصدقون بيوم الدين والذين هم من عذاب ربهم مشفقون إن عذاب ربهم غير مأمون والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون والذين هم بشهاداتهم قائمون والذين هم على صلاتهم يحافظون أولئك في جنات مكرمون فما للذين كفروا قبلك مهطعين عن اليمين وعن الشمال عزين أيطمع كل امرئ منهم أن يدخل جنة نعيم كلا إنا خلقناهم مما يعلمون فلا أقسم برب المشارق والمغارب إنا لقادرون على أن نبدل خيرا منهم وما نحن بمسبوقين فذرهم يخوضوا ويلعبوا حتى يلاقوا يومهم الذي يوعدون يوم يخرجون من الأجداث سراعا كأنهم إلى نصب يوفضون خاشعة أبصارهم ترهقهم ذلة ذلك اليوم الذي كانوا يوعدون صدق الله العلي العظيم.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Alright, so we're going to start the play now, inshallah. So please say 3 salawat to welcome Brother Ali. He's going to start out.
What do you think about a person whose father died before he was even born and whose mother died when he was only 6 years old?
He then lives in the house of his loving grandfather, but this kind grandfather also dies, and he was only 8 years old.
He lived with his uncle and loved him greatly, but then his whole tribe was kicked out to the desert to starve. There he loses both his beloved uncle and his beloved wife in only 1 year, the year of sadness. He was kicked out of Taif, and the children chased him while throwing at him insults and rocks, but he prayed for them.
He would prostrate in Makkah, and they would pour the disgusting guts and blood of the camels upon his head. Yet, he remained in prostration, and he prayed for them.
They grabbed his cloak and tied it around his neck until he almost suffocated, yet he prayed for them.
One of them will fill his path with garbage and thorns, but one day he did not. So he visited a sick one and prayed for him.
They hit him with the iron bar, poisoned him, and tried to cast magic on him. And again he prayed for them.
Then they tried to butcher him in his sleep and chased him out of his hometown all the way to Medina. So he left them and prayed for them.
They killed his beloved uncle at Uhud and killed his beloved uncle Hamza at Uhud and desecrated his body and chewed his liver. When he heard this, he cried and prayed for them.
And finally he enters Mecca with 10,000 men, and he sees them all of them in front of him. So he tells them, "You are all free," and he forgave them. And through all this, he was always praying late at night until his feet tore apart. And when they asked him why, he said, "Shouldn't I be a thankful servant?"
What do you say about a man who was born with 7 main miracles at the time of his birth?
The idols around the Kaaba fell on their faces.
The fires that had been burning for 1,000 years, worship in Persia went out.
Lakes of Ra, which was worshipped, also disappeared. Every king in the world found his throne in reverse. A voice came from heaven. Truth is revealed in air is annihilated.
On that night, a light appeared in Hijaz, filling the whole world and moving eastward. And the whole world was illuminating on that night, and every stone and cloud and tree laughed for joy, and all things in heaven and earth uttered praise to Allah.
As no one can reject the light of the sun, even if he closes himself in a dark room forever, the sunlight will still exist. Similarly, the teachings of the Prophet still exist, and no one can try to hide them away from society because of their greatness. They will always guide us to reform our thoughts and actions. Education is the key to success, so we should gain knowledge as much as possible to align our actions to Allah's expectations. When the Prophet was born, he had a purpose. That purpose was to guide Bani Adam and get them from the depths of ignorance to the heights of knowledge. These miracles happened in the sign of welcoming him to the world, as you have seen today.
صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
I took a video.
صلوات محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
You have to take a picture. Keep the same. Sana. Hasan. Smile. Stay there. Smile. Well done. Who's next?
All right, kids, go sit down.
Go sit down.
هم الأولاد خلنا ناخذهم بالكيدز ونسوي الكيك هاي.
يلا
كيك الكبير.
تعالوا خلي بس هي عندها قصيدة سلمان عنده قصيدة
راح تطول. خلي ورا لأن هسه حتى الكل بعد الصلاة حتى الكل بيعرف مش يعني يلا كل.
All right, everybody, please head to the kitchen so we can have some cake in honor of the Wilada of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.